Good morning everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today I'm going to show you something simple and easy to do. They're maples, and they're very easy to grow, very easy to cut, very easy to root. But mostly I'm talking about our native maples. They're very strong. I'm going to show you my maples that overwintered, and any bonsai soil will work for them. They love water. They overwinter very good. They're easy to grow. They like full sun. And today is May 11th of 2021. It's 42 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees centigrade. Now here's one of my maples that overwintered in this little pot. This pot is ice cold, but I just dressed it up so you could see how it looks. Look at the little growth on it. You can see the nice red color of the leaves when they come out. Here's a maple that I dug out of the ground in April before it got real cold again. And all I did was plant it in unmilled sphagnum moss. I wet it real good and packed it in real good. And I cut it back, and look, you can see the little leaves starting to develop on it. And you have a nice little mini bonsai. That's what you get when you do your native maples. This one, all I did was cut it, stick it. I didn't use no rooting hormone or anything else of that there nature. I just stuck it in some old soil, some old potting mix that I use for bonsai, and it rooted. And these were cut in March, the latter part of March. Got one broken stem on it, but you can see the beautiful leaves, how they're starting to grow out of it. Just sticking it in the ground. Here's another one. All I did was take the cutting and stuck it. And how do you tell where to take the cutting? You got to look for the brain. You'll have a little notch or a little bud starting to form, and that area is the brain. That'll either tell it to grow a new branch or to grow roots. And that's where you got to cut it. Here's a bigger one that I just took. This is a cutting. I didn't do nothing else except stick it in the ground. Here's a little branch coming up, and this is just a cutting. Can't even pull it. It's in there good, and it's in the root maker's pot, and it's just ordinary soil. These were all done in the latter part of March, and then it got super cold all the rest of the spring, but they still rooted. They're strong. Your natives. This one overwintered. All you got to do is decorate it. And this one was dug out of the ground, which is just grown from your whirlybirds, your little maple seeds. But I dug it out. It was growing in a goofy area, but look at the trunk. This is all natural. And look at the color of the leaves on it. Whatever fell to the ground, that's what I took. Here's another maple. Look at the leaf structure. Now here, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the little nodes right there where you just cut right below it. Like at a 45 degree. This one's a little bigger here. You can see the little bump right there. You would cut right over here to do a cutting. And I didn't use no rooting hormone on the maples. Here's a maple that I dug out of the ground to take those other cuttings, and look how it grew. And all I did was stuck it in some soil, some good bonsai mix, and I put some stone around it for decoration, and you can see the leaves starting to grow. And look at the trunk. You can find these any place where you're walking. Take a walk. They're growing in little nooks and crannies where their trunks are bent because they're looking for sunlight. You got your instant maple there. Now this is your Japanese maple. I planted on February 4th of 2021. But you can see they're slow growers. They're just starting to bud out. Over here, I don't know if it was the cold that touched it, but we'll see what happens. But you can see the growth is slow. That's why you stick with your natives. I mean, the fancy maples are nice, but their cuttings, they did leaf out, but that was probably just the vigor in the wood. But they are just starting to bud. I don't know if you can see it, so if the buds are alive, I don't know, we'll find out. But they're still ice cold. We'll check it out. But you can do it. You can make any maple tree, native maple that you find growing in the ground, dig it out, plant it. You get your little mini bonsais. Look how nice it looks. Your little mini bonsais. You can even let the kids decorate it for you. But you can put anything in there. So don't be afraid to try it. Maples are easy, they're resilient, and when they plant them in front of your house, that's the worst place to put a maple, because they go straight for your sewer lines, because they love water. So you can't be afraid to overwater them, because they just love water. I mean, they're an easy plant to grow. Very easy plant to grow. In an unmilled sphagnum moss, you can see how young and vibrant it looks. And this is just pulled out of the ground and stuck in some sphagnum moss, and that was it. So don't be afraid to give it a try. They're easy. And if you can have someone, if you got arthritis, you can't dig them out of the ground, have your grandchildren do it for you and have them plant it. And they'll get a nice little maple tree out of this. After it grows a little bit, we'll cut it. And I'll show you how to do some cuttings. I got some forest that survived the winter from just these little seeds that I grow. So I'll show you the 2-year growth and the 1-year growth in a later video. So take care. Today's Tuesday. It's comedy night on Old Time Radio with the Bickersons, Jack Benny, Fibber McGee and Molly. Whoever your classic comedy show you would like to watch or listen to tonight, put it on, have a nice hot cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy the day, especially with your loved ones. So you take care, have a nice day, bright sunny day, and don't forget to try your maples. They're easy to grow, and don't be afraid to try a Japanese maple. They're slow, but we'll see what happens. I'll give you an update on it. So take care, everyone, and thank you for coming to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors.